Thank you very much. I thank the organizers for letting me in. My topic is oriented to chemistry, so I'm sorry for this. And I start with a very basic idea that all pharmacologists are dreaming about finding a molecule which interacts specifically with some target and makes something in cell. And of course, peptides are interacting with a lot of targets, and this means that peptides should be fantastic drugs. Actually, the situation is not so simple because, of course, we know different drugs. Insulin is the most important case here, but there are problems, and some problems are connected with stability, because peptide structure is very stable, but there are special mechanisms in cell just to destroy peptides. This is peptide hydrolysis through some proteases or esterases. And now people started to think about making peptides more stable, and the idea of peptidomimetics was just born from this way of thinking. And the attractive way of making stable peptide is to replace the carbon atom, alpha carbon atom, to nitrogen, because nitrogen is very similar to carbon, and we can get structures where the backbone is almost the same, and sequence of these side chains is not affected. We call these things, these compounds, these molecules, as peptides, and I asked artificial intelligence where this idea of naming other peptides as other peptides is coming, and it comes from 1963. But if I now recall my memory, I have seen the structures like this other peptide structure even before in some general publications or some textbooks from 1950s. But then these were not other peptides, they were semicarbazides. That's a difference, and therefore maybe artificial intelligence was not too intelligent to discover this. So, then other peptides are stable. This we know very well, because in 1974 there was a publication where specific and very efficient substrate of alpha-chymotrypsin was modified, and its other analog was prepared, and this other analog was not substrate at all. They used it as an inhibitor to make a specific affinity column for purification of chymotrypsin. This was the period I was already working with chymotrypsin kinetics. So this is a paper I remember from my early student years. So we know if we put in other group, we stabilize the peptide. And now it's very easy to make peptidomimetics. And there are many papers and many textbooks. This textbook about peptidomimetics in organic and medicinal chemistry, it's a perfect book. And on page 32, there is a chapter about other peptides. And you can read, other peptides can be synthesized very easily from substituted hydrazines or hydrozides. So, can be synthesized very easily and from these compounds. Hydrazines are well-known compounds, And even we had some experience in our department in Tartu with hydrogen chemistry. And now, as they are synthesized very easily, we were prepared to make a huge project to generate a huge number of other peptides, with making other scan, for example, and to generate, of course, a huge number of papers. We started with getting precursors, because other peptides cannot be prepared from amino acid-like compounds, because amino acids are stable, the other analogues are not stable. Therefore, we need hydrogen derivatives. Here must be also some protecting groups, but I do not go into details. And in reaction with quite a nasty compound, we can generate carbonyl derivatives which are precursors of other amino acid. So amino acid coupling can be made with trifoscan. Trifoscan is not so dangerous as foscan itself, but it's also not very pleasant compound, and we can just generate other peptide bond in peptide. Simple. Then the next step will be coupling of next amino acid. If we have already other group here, we can just put activated amino acid and make the peptide. So, common peptide synthesis protocol. And we made the application starting with some known bioactive peptides, and our strategy needed answer to two questions. The most important question at that time was where to put other group, and then, of course, how to put it, because it was written in textbook that this is very simple reaction. But we were not well educated at that time, and we were looking only some textbooks, but the whole history of other peptide chemistry demonstrates that we have from 1986, there are data from PubMed, until 2025, there are only 241 papers. Very promising topic, but so few papers. The scale is here. Last year it was 13 papers. The maximum is some 40 papers per year. If we take any of these papers, we can see that people have studied influence of other group on some bioactivity property. Let's say stability. There are few papers about cell penetration, penetrant analogues, other penetrant analogues, and some other aspects. But all these papers, some 5-6 papers per year, they are made with very hard work. It was very hard work to get these papers, because in few papers they mention that the yield of other peptide bond was 1%, 2%, 5%. This is nonsense for synthesis of peptide. Some papers do not mention this. So there must be something stupid or crazy from chemical point of view. And of course, we reshaped immediately our grant application, where we planned to make a lot of other peptides, and just made it more realistic that we would like to see why the synthesis is not so easy going. One point why we should, what we should take into consideration is that the other peptide bond has different rotation properties, and therefore the conformation is more flat and conformation is changed, so you can compare the common peptide and other peptide. And the most important conclusion is that it's good to have only one replacement per peptide, or replacement at different sites, not so that we can generate other peptide which has several other groups in sequence. So, okay, that was easy. And now we had a pioneering work, and all these three authors are sitting here. Brain Research published other galanin degradation study, where the weak points of this peptide were discovered experimentally, and these weak points are just the best groups or best positions for other substitution. And we synthesized one peptide. We used the shortest version of galanin, which is still active. It's galanin 211. And we knew that it's a bad reagent, bad ligand, but it was short, and it was just more simple to do. And we put other alanin there. And to get this, we needed some long time. I think it was half a year, because we had to collect the product from reaction product, which has only, let's say, 2–3% of needed compound. So, as I told, we changed our application, but we're unhappy, because our referee was probably an educated person, and he has read the same textbook I showed you. Now people ask money to do something that is easy, well-known, and everybody knows how to do this. So our applications were turned down, and therefore we stopped here at this position, making or putting other alanin into the galanin fragment. But still, Barbara Koffler and Andreas Lang from Salzburg, Austria, agreed to run the preliminary experiments, and we found the following two things. First of all, this is galanin on R2 galanin 2 receptor, and this is our peptide, other peptide. Short one, the affinity is 900 nanomole. That's bad affinity. But as the same short peptide has affinity around 150 to 200 nanomole, so we lost only 4 times affinity. Now we are interested how stable is this azalanin fragment, but we had no funds. We had enthusiasm, but no funds. And the second more important finding was that if we compare galanin and our other fragment on receptor 1, then there is no activity. So the subtype activity is there, and affinity is also available if specificity is if the affinity is there if we use a correct receptor. So, quite good things, but now we need to go on with some further ideas. And the ideas are, we have to to make clear what is the reason why we do not get good yields. Because textbook says the synthesis is simple, but we observe the synthesis is not simple. And indeed, if we have a normal peptide synthesis, we can get fast coupling of the next amino acid here with different activating groups. But with other peptide, the reaction is slow, and even during several hours, we get only a few % of yield. This means that there is one point. The reaction between this other group and incoming amino acid is bad. Nucleophilicity of nitrogen must be reduced. And then, of course, it was very easy to look around in organic chemistry. And there is a huge amount of work made by Professor Meyer group in Germany. And this is some kind of summary of this work in Journal Organic Chemistry. And we can see, if we have amine, nitrogen, which is like we have NH2 group in amino acid, then it reacts with extremely strong electrophile. And rate constant is 2.6, 10 to 2. If we put other analog to nitrogens, then it's 0.2. This means that this difference in reactivity is 1,000 times, and this is enough to kill all reactions with other peptides in synthesis of other peptide sequence. This 1,000 times difference is in the case of this extremely good electrophile. Amino acid or carbonyl group is not so good electrophile. So the difference should be even bigger. So we have to wonder, why do we have at all some reaction product? We made a summary of our other peptide studies in 2022 and put it so that expectations and reality. On the reality side, we described precursors which are needed for all amino acids we can have, except serine, threonine, and cysteine, where this methodology does not work. And expectations, we just described all the problems which we see with the synthesis or the chemistry step or chemical synthesis of the other peptide sequence. And this was planned as a last slide of my today's talk. But while preparing this talk or polishing the slides, I discovered a paper which is continuation of our work. It's in archives, and they claim that they have made automated other peptide synthesis, case study, and so on. It's an American paper. It's made very carefully. It's a chemically very solid paper, and they used some different symptoms instead of this our precursors, but not very much different. But still, they are, of course, they are also using the microwave-assisted analysis, but still they had to use for coupling of other amino acid long reaction times. 2 different couplings, and if the reaction time is 6 hours, 8 hours, 10 hours, this is not the real outcome. but still they probably can operate their system so that they can do the synthesis. And as you know, in archives, this paper is not refereed. This was sent there at the end of November. So December, January, February, 3 months. So I really hope that the referee is not very educated. It's less educated than our referee was, and this paper will go through. I hope it will be in some good journal. And if I read this paper, they just cite our paper, previous paper, that proceeding from these problems we can now go on with other peptide synthesis in automatic systems. What makes me more confident that this will go through is that they have already some patent application. This means that this must really be interesting for industrial level. So, what is the summary? As we have precursors, as we have now technology, I think that maybe now it is much better time to think about other peptide, other scanning, other peptide studies, other peptide synthesis, and of course producing massive papers. My co-workers from Tartu are Anu, Anton and Meeli, and of course I am very grateful to Barbara and Andreas from Salzburg. So, thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Professor Järv. Do we have questions? Yes.
You are a great man.
Do you have some proof?
May I continue the sentence? If they can make a GLP-1 agonist analog, which the original Novo Nordisk patent does not list, and I am sure it's not among the claimed peptides, and they only can make 0.1% of that much as you had as a yield.
No, their yields are quite good.
It doesn't matter what they write. If in reality they can make 0.1%, the product is approved by FDA, and they promise to sell it in Hong Kong for $1.10, and they can sell 6 bags, then Novo Nordisk has to buy that company, even if their yield will be 0.1%. And that's the whole story. You know, I was, in the very beginning at Roche, with a wonderful compound as an anti-epileptic. We claimed every salt of it.
Yeah, but...
Except one salt, which you can't imagine anybody would ever use. A small company called Sanofi made Roche to pay $100 million. They never made more than one batch.
Okay,
Don't be disappointed. It's very interesting. It's just capitalism at its worst, using good science.
But there is one important aspect, Tamas. The FDA, FDA permission is for ligand, but this is a new compound. This has other group in. And this must be validated.
You don't know when they filed the patent, that they published it here. It's not the same date than when they went to the intellectual property office of that Chinese company. They first went there. When it was submitted, they published a paper. The next one will be to make. It doesn't matter if it costs $1 million to make, because they will sell the company for $100 million.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
this,
only 1 month's income on top of.
but this company is equipment building company. Yeah, no, not compound.
On the wrong end.
Yeah. Let's see.
But your paper is the key. Somebody showed that this is possible. The yield is uninteresting. If the compound is of value, not dangerous, and has a commercial value, all of this is known already about GRP1. And from Jaakkiver and his colleagues is known, it's possible to make at a very low yield. And it's no laws against it to be a bandy businessman. So somebody makes it at a very low yield. Until the point somebody is forced to buy that company. And then it's all of a sudden no longer such a bandy.
But there is one thing missing. Somebody has to prove.
Your paper is key.
No. Somebody has to prove that other analog has the same activity or is even better.
That's
Yeah.
in the patent application. They run the tube and they run the mix. That's in the patent application. That's about 2 months before the paper you read. 60
Let's see.
days at least.
Let's see.
So your paper is great. That's the key. And you will get nothing, not even a card. Thank you. And if you ask them, why did you send me a card, thank you, they will say the stamp to Estonia was expensive.
But this is not my patent. So
But this is what happened. If you think of the unthinkable, but it comes out to produce the same biological activity which is approved and valuable.
Thank you for,
Very funny and very good science.
thank you for all this discussion.